Okay, student. Now, today's topic is legislature. You all know that there are three organs of the government, that is executive, legislature, and judiciary. Now, first thing is that executive implements the law. Already, I have explained it in the previous topics. Now, next thing is the legislature. Means it is the legislature which makes the law, or you can say that the law making process take place. Example, parliament. And third one is the judiciary. That means what? Means if the legislature does not make laws according to the constitutions, then it is the judiciary that will uh, interpret the law, that will give its verdict. Means if the law is not according to the constitutions. Okay, now next thing what you need to know is that why do we need parliament. That means what is the importance of legislature generally. First thing is that it makes, amends and abolishes laws. Means the main purpose of parliament is to make the laws, and even it can amend the laws, so that is why parliament is necessary. Next thing is that the political executive are answerable to the parliament. That means in a democratic country we know that the government is accountable. Now for accountable, that means what? Means government is bound to answerable for his for its actions. Now where they will give their reply, where they will answer, means they will answer this in the parliament. Okay, when the oppositions will raise their voice. Next thing is that the parliament makes the budgets for the country. Now what is budget? Budget is the annual income and expenditure uh, for a particular period given by the government. Now that budget generally it is originate in parliaments. Okay, now parliament provides a forum for discussions and debates of public and national importance. Now related to any bills or any laws, okay, a debate, a discussions on national or international issues are held in parliaments. Clear? Now these are the thing you need to know from the chapter legislature. And another thing little bit you need to know about legislature is that means you know that India is a federal country. That means what? For the entire country there is one government, and for each state there should be other different government. Similarly, the legislature for the entire country is the parliament, and parliament consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, now Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people, while in Rajya Sabha members are indirectly elected. Clear? Similarly, for each state or for each province, there are Vidhan Sabha or state legislative assembly. Okay. Now, next thing you need to know about this legislature is that legislature can be unicameral or bicameral. Now, unicameral legislature generally consists of one house, and bicameral legislature consists of two houses. Now, take example of Indian Parliament. Indian Parliament is bicameral legislature. Why? As it consists of two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Similarly, regarding Vidhan Sabha or state legislature assembly, some provinces are having bicameral legislature, that is two houses, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Okay, Vidhan Sabha means it is the lower house, just like Lok Sabha, where the members are directly elected, and Vidhan Sabha is the upper house, members are indirectly elected. Generally, bicameral legislatures we can find in 5 states: Jammu and Kashmir, UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Other most of the states are having unicameral legislature. Now, another thing you should know that the political party which own maximum seats in Vidhan Sabha forms the government in the states. Similarly, the party the party which own the maximum seats in Lok Sabha forms the government in the country. Now, okay. Now you need to know about the compositions of parliament. Now, compositions of parliament: parliament consists of president, Lok Sabha, and Rajya Sabha. Okay. Now Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha, what is the compositions? 552 members maximum. Okay, now 530 members from the state, 20 members from the union territories need to be get elected. Okay, and only two nominated by the president from Anglo-Indian community. And similarly for Rajya Sabha, 250 members Out of 252, 38 members from states and union territories, and 12 members nominated by Indian president amongst distinguished people, or means they are distinguished people, means uh, they are success in different field, means very eminent persons, say for example from art and culture background, from sports background, they are nominated by president. Okay, now what should be the qualifications for Lok Sabha? So definitely should be citizen of India and should be 25 years of age. Okay. Next thing, for Rajya Sabha, should be citizen of India, should be 30 years of age. And mind, another thing is for the both the cases, they should be of sound mind. No criminal proceedings should be against their candidate names. Now these are the thing. Okay. Now another thing what you need to know is that uh, power and functions of Rajya Sabha. Now first one, the legislative functions. That means all bills other than money bills can originate in Lok Sabha. Okay. Uh, just you think that except money bills means matter related to financial matters can originate in Lok Sabha only, and other bills of general laws and all these things, it can originate in Rajya Sabha also. Next one, financial power. You all know that money bill cannot introduced in Rajya Sabha, but money bill passed from Lok Sabha is passed to Rajya Sabha for its recommendations, and Rajya Sabha can hold that bills for 14 days. Means it can delay the bill. Definitely, it need to be passed, and that will also accept, but it can delay the bill for 14 days. Okay. Next one is the amending power. Means amending, you already you know that means any change or alter in the laws of the parliament, that can be enjoyed both by both the houses. Okay, that means amending power enjoys both by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Just two important things about parliament, about Rajya Sabha you need to know is that Article 249. Now, each same powers, Rajya Sabha can make laws on mentioned in the state list. That means three lists are there: union list, that means matter deals by the central government; state list, the matter deals by the state government; and concurrent list, the matter deal both by the state and the central. Now, the matter related to the state list. Okay, means whatever the items are there in the state list, means Rajya Sabha can make laws on it. So this power has been given in the Article 249. Next one is Article 312. It declares that the creations of the new all India service in the national interest. Okay, means this can be decisions can be taken in Rajya Sabha. Okay. Now you need to know about the power and functions of Lok Sabha. Now, power and functions of Lok Sabha. The first one, legislative functions, means both money bills and non-money bills can originate in Lok Sabha. Okay. Next one, financial power. Definitely, money bills can originate in the Lok Sabha, but it does not originate in Rajya Sabha. So, financial power is in the hand of Lok Sabha. Regarding amendment, both the houses enjoys the equal power. Fourth one is the control over executive. Means Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. You all know that the members, that means the party which gain maximum seats in Lok Sabha forms the government. So definitely means those ministers or those members are answerable to the Lok Sabha, okay, to the opposition's parties. So that is why they had full control over the executives. That means Lok Sabha enjoys uh, means we can say is much more powerful than Rajya Sabha. Okay. Now the topics is why Lok Sabha is superior to Rajya Sabha. First one, Lok Sabha enjoys a numerical majority over Rajya Sabha. Now that means Lok Sabha, the members are more in Lok Sabha. That means what? Lok Sabha consists of 552 members, whereas Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members. Now suppose if any conflict arise, now joint session will be held both between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and speaker will preside it. Now, as Lok Sabha enjoys more seat, that means near about 552 or 550, near about 552, whereas Rajya Sabha have only 250 members. Definitely, Lok Sabha wish will prevails. Okay, it will means whatever in favor of Lok Sabha, means that will be accepted because it enjoys more power. Next one is that Lok Sabha has more power on financial matter as money bills can originate in Lok Sabha. Next one is that party which own majority in Lok Sabha can form the government. Okay, because Lok Sabha the members are directly elected and the party which own maximum seat forms the government in the Lok Sabha, and the leader of that party, of that majority party, is elected as the prime minister. Okay, now who is the presiding officer of Lok Sabha? It is the speaker. The presiding officer of Lok Sabha is the speaker, generally who presides over the meetings of the house. Okay, and who decide that whether a bill is a money bill or ordinary bill, means it is the speaker. Clear. Next one, presiding officer of Rajya Sabha. It is the chairman. Okay, he maintained discipline in the house. Now speaker elected from amongst the members themselves by a majority of vote. That means within the members of uh, Lok Sabha it is elected, whereas the who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha? Chairman of Rajya Sabha is the vice president. Now one current thing affairs you need to know, that means present the speaker of Lok Sabha is Om Birla, and the present chairman of Rajya Sabha is our vice president, that is Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. Okay, clear. Okay, now procedure for ordinary bills, means how bills are passed in parliament. Generally ordinary, or I am just talking about ordinary or non-money bills. Now ordinary and non-money bills can originate in any of the houses, either in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. Now what are the procedure follow? First thing is about the follow first reading. Now what is first reading? The minister or the movers introduce the bill stating its main features. Generally what does the bill consist of? It's just the gist or the main features. Second reading, a general discussion is held on the bills on a fixed date. A date is fixed next, then a general discussion is held, and then the bill is referred to the select committee. Okay, three types of committees are there. Okay, now according to the purpose of the bill is sent to the select committee. Now third stage is the committee stage. Now what? Committee examine the bill clause by clause, that means step by step, and drafts its reports. Okay, they've examined the bills whether it is following the rules and regulations of the constitutions or not, and after that they drafts the bills. Now fourth one is the report stage. Now in the report stage each clause of the bill is put to vote. Okay, just after that it is the third reading. Third reading means a restricted debate take place and the bill is sent to the other house. Okay, in the third reading. Now in the other house, say for example if the bill is originated in Lok Sabha, after following it, after following the third reading, the bill is passed to the Rajya Sabha. Then Rajya Sabha will also follow the same procedure. That means the first reading, second reading, committee stage. Okay, then it will follow the report stage. After that, if Rajya Sabha passes the bill, then president assent is required. Then that bill will become a law. Okay, means this is the procedure for non-money bill. Now for money bill, you all know that money bills originate in Lok Sabha. Okay, money bills can only introduced in Lok Sabha. Now what happened? After means the passage through Lok Sabha, means the same procedure, first reading, then second reading, then the committee stage, then the report stage. Okay, then the third reading, the bill is passed to the other house. Okay, Rajya Sabha. Now Rajya Sabha does not have enough power related to money bills, means only it can hold till 14 days. Just after 14 days, Rajya Sabha can give its recommendations and Lok Sabha can accept it or may not accept it. Okay, and then it will pass to president for to grant his assent. Now president is has to grant his assent to that bill, and that bill will become an act. Now these are the steps, and little more thing you need to know about the different terms of the parliamentarian terms. Okay, that I will provide you in the short notes. Very easy, few terms are there, you need to know it. Now these are the general gist of the chapter. Thank you.